You're listening to the VA Claims Authority. I'm Gary, Air Force veteran, VA disability claims strategist, and the guy who got denied, fought back, and won. I'm here to make sure the VA doesn't leave you behind. Whether you're filing your first claim or fighting your fifth appeal, this is your briefing. Let's get into it. Hook. You can get a VA decision faster than the backlog if you know how to package it. That's not hype. The fully developed claim lane exists to speed decisions, but most vets use it wrong and end up delayed anyway. Today I'm going to fix that for you. Promise. In under 10 minutes, I'll give you the exact forms, a clear evidence checklist, smart record pull tactics, and one concrete action you can take right now to file an FDC that actually stays in the fast lane. FDC fundamentals, who qualifies, and what you need to decide before you check the box. The fully developed claim lane is for veterans who can submit all relevant evidence at the time of filing. If you already have your service treatment records, private or VA medical records that support the claim, and any expert opinions you plan to use, FDC can be faster. If you expect future tests, a pending private exam, or more records that could be crucial, don't rush into FDC. It can lock you into a file without that later evidence, or push your claim back to the standard queue when you add it. Core forms. VA Form 21 to 526 EZ is the claim form you'll use. On that form, locate and check the box that opts you into the fully developed claim lane and attach the VA FDC checklist, which you can download at VA.gov. Also include any VA Form 21-4142 or equivalent authorization if you're asking a private provider to send records directly. The checklist tells the Claims Intake Center you understand what fully developed means. No missing signatures, no evidence promised later. Evidence must-haves. What to attach so the VA trusts your package and doesn't kick it back. First, at least one page of your service treatment records that shows the in-service event or treatment for each claimed condition, a deployment health entry, sick call note, or MOS-related treatment counts. Second, all relevant VA and private medical records that document diagnosis and treatment. Third, DBQs when available for the condition. These standard forms make medical facts easier for the rater. Fourth, a clear nexus statement if you rely on a private opinion. It should say, in plain terms, that it's at least as likely as not the condition is related to service, and explain the medical rationale briefly. Finally, buddy statements that describe what happened or how symptoms began, dated and signed. Two short examples of cover wording that make evidence relevant. For a cover note include, I am submitting this evidence in support of a fully developed claim for condition. The attached records document in-service treatment or subsequent diagnosis and are new and relevant to this claim. For a nexus letter, a concise line like, based on my review and exam on date, it is at least as likely as not that the claimant's condition is causally related to the in-service event of brief fact. Rationale. Short medical reasoning. Keep it short, specific, and tied to the evidence. Fast records tactics. How to get the pages you need quickly. First, pull service treatment records online if you can. Some branches provide copies through their personnel portals, and the NPRC can supply separation records. If you don't have time, pull a key excerpt, a page showing the event or the first treatment entry. That single page often proves the in-service nexus. Second, use VA Form 21-4142 to authorize release of private records and send that to your provider with a short request letter. Sample request line. Please provide all records related to treatment for condition, including visit notes, diagnostic tests, and consults from date range. Third, mark documents clearly in your file as new and relevant with a one-line cover explaining why each document matters. That helps the intake clerks and speeds routing. Submission mechanics, exact steps that keep your claim from being rejected. Online via VA.gov. Log in, choose File a Claim, fill VA Form 21 to 526EZ, check the fully developed claim box, upload your checklist and evidence in common formats, PDF preferred, and sign electronically. If you mail it, use certified mail, include the completed FDC checklist, copies of evidence, and keep the receipt. Common submission errors: unsigned forms, missing checklist, not checking the FDC box, or naming files vaguely so the intake team can't tell which condition they support. File names like str _back_pain_ 1.pdf and a one-page index make life easy for reviewers. Effective date and when not to use FDC, 2 quick rules. Your effective date is usually the date the VA receives your claim. So if you've got the evidence now, filing an FDC can lock in that date. But if you're waiting on a private exam that will produce a crucial nexus opinion, do not use FDC. Submitting FDC and then sending new medical evidence often moves the file out of the fast lane and negates the timing benefit. Also avoid FDC if you're uncertain you'll get STRs quickly. Missing service records are a common reason FDCs are rerouted. Action step: the one thing to do today. Download VA Form 21 to 526EZ. Complete Part 3 for each condition you're claiming, and attach at least one page from your service treatment records that specifically shows the in-service incident or treatment for each condition. Then complete the FDC checklist, sign everything, and upload it via VA.gov under File a Claim. If your STRs aren't immediately available, pause. Don't file FDC until you can attach that page. Do this today, and you'll either preserve a current effective date or avoid locking yourself out of critical evidence. Close. Quick recap. FDC can be a fast lane if and only if your package is complete and clear. VA Form 21 to 526EZ with the FDC box checked. The FDC checklist, at least one STR page per condition, supporting medical records or DBQs, and concise nexus or buddy statements where needed. If you need templates, evidence checklists, or request letters, head to backclaimsauthority.com. I've got downloads that match what you heard today. If this episode helped you, share it with a veteran who needs to hear it, leave a review, and send questions for Frontline Friday. That's your briefing. Now go execute. I'll see you next episode. The VA won't tell you this. I will.